What's up, everybody? It's the DA here. Man, let me tell you something. If you are a Star Wars fan, make one trip to a celebration, just one. You won't regret it, I guarantee. It can be a little pricey, especially if you're coming from out of town or you're going into another state, maybe even another country. And you have to take care of hotel and flight and travel and transportation and all of that, in addition to all the money that you're going to spend while you're there, because you're going to want to buy stuff, you're going to want to do stuff, you're going to want to see stuff. And yeah, there's no way around it. That's going to cost some money. But if you are a Star Wars fan, if you love the franchise, my recommendation, definitely go to Celebration at least once. Okay, so this is my kind of recap for the first day of Celebration. Had a lot of fun, enjoyed the heck out of myself. Even though and I'll get to some of the complaints that have been out there. And this has been something that's been at Celebration and maybe even conventions for a very long time. And I still recommend that if you are a Star Wars fan, go to one, even though if you're not a convention person, it's going to throw you for a loop, because you hear about how much fun it is. And then next thing you know, you're standing around and standing around and standing around. And you're like, well, where's the fun going to happen? But I have some tips for those that haven't been to a celebration before. Maybe you have been and you're wondering, how do I have some fun? I'm not enjoying myself. But in any case, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm going to do a quick little recap of some of the things that happened. I'm going to start off with a bit of news that dropped. And this is really actually very, very interesting, because we were wondering what would be the big news, what would be the news that would drop at Celebration, like what were they going to actually have. And this is it right here. As you can see, Jude Law is set to star in a new Star Wars series. I'll blow that up. All right, so it says here that Jude Law is set to star in a new Star Wars Skeleton Crew series on Disney Plus. So this came out at the Lucasfilm panel, where they were going over all of the brand new things and all of the updates that they had for the crowd, just to kind of say, hey, what's going on? We haven't gotten any news on certain things lately. What is going on? Well, this is what's going on right here. It says Lucasfilm on Thursday officially announced Star Wars Skeleton Crew, a new Disney Plus original series that will launch in 2023, and the Oscar-nominated Jude Law. So it looks like it's going to be kind of a young kid's adventure. That's what it appears to be. And it says here, set during the same timeline as The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, the Skeleton Crew series will follow a group of 10-year-old kids from a small planet who get lost in a galaxy far, far away and must find their way home. So yeah, I'm interested because, of course, you have Jon Favreau right there, Dave Filoni. They're going to be serving as the executive producers. They're kind of overseeing all the Star Wars right now. They made an appearance today as well as Celebration, and everybody absolutely loved it. It came out on the Star Wars stage. Everybody went bananas, because these guys and to a lot of people have saved the Star Wars franchise from certain ruin. The film series haven't been doing so well, so these guys step in with some great television programming in The Mandalorian, and you can see that they have things kind of mapped out going forward. They're going to have Ahsoka. Dave Filoni talked a little bit about Ahsoka as well, and how excited that he is that now he can bounce things off of John, just like John was bouncing the Mandalorian off of Dave. Now Dave gets to bounce Ahsoka off of John, and the two seem to have a really great working relationship, and that's awesome to see. But yeah, so that was the first little bit of news, that brand new kind of show that's coming out. So here's another thing that dropped. And yeah, this came out at the Lucasfilm panel as well, a brand new trailer for Willow, and newest series that's coming to Disney Plus. Obviously Lucasfilm isn't just Star Wars, and this isn't just, a celebration of Star Wars, but of Lucasfilm in and of itself. Lucasfilm has, of course, recently, started doing Indiana Jones stuff. But now, yeah, we also are going to get some Willow. And this is pretty cool, because this shows that Disney Plus is going to try to expand some of that Lucasfilm catalog going forward. A lot of people have been asking, here, where's the sequel to Willow? Where's some stuff for Indiana Jones? Well, we got a couple of little spots today. We got a picture of Indiana Jones, and then we get this particular trailer. The trailer is pretty good. It's a lot of adventure. you know, the nostalgia feels come back. Obviously, you hear the little Willow theme starting to play throughout, and you know, yeah, you get some nostalgic feels. But yeah, I mean, I really liked this. This was pretty cool just to see, you know, Warwick Davis back in action as Willow, and then, you know, like this kind of final epic like scene right here that looked pretty cool as well. So yeah, I'm excited for Willow. Starts on November 30th, so we'll see what that one does. All right, and then another trailer dropped. And this trailer was for a series that I have absolutely been waiting to see, Andor. Diego Luna from Rogue One is bringing out his own series, basically, you know, the prequel to Rogue One, you know, kind of explaining, you know, how did, you know, Cassian Andor get in the position that he's in, where his, you know, entire life he's been fighting against the Empire. He said that in Rogue One, and now you get to see a little bit of that in his backstory. You know, what was he dealing with? What was he going through? This was a very thrilling kind of trailer. You know, all of the action, you can tell this is going to be action packed, and that's what we expect. You know, we expect, you know, the rebels are starting to kind of form. You know, a little rebellion is kind of forming. I know that Mon Mothma is definitely going to be in this. You see this energy coming through, and everybody's just kind of like pumped up, like, hey, you know, yeah, what are we to expect? What are we going to see from this series? And it looks like it's going to be a lot of action. You know, it's going to be very thrilling. It's going to be scary. It's going to be heart-wrenching. You know, there's going to be, I guarantee you, there's going to be some very disturbing type stuff. And it's 12 episodes. This was the biggest like mind blow to me. 12 episodes of Andor. All right, so we're not getting 6, we're not getting 8, we're not getting 10, we're getting 12 big episodes. That's the huge takeaway for Andor. 12 episodes dropping in this. It's coming soon. I think, let's see, it's going to say it right here. I think it was August, right? August 31st. So there we go. We're going to get a brand new series from Star Wars in August. I am pumped for that. All right, so what else did we get? Well, what else we saw? We saw a lot of the floor. All right, here you see me right here with a couple of the guys that I was grouped up with. That's Chase and Gwen. Gwen comes from Wales, all the way. Like I said, some folks come from all the way overseas, and yeah, we enjoyed the heck out of this. We were standing right here trying to get into the Lucasfilm line. This is where we were trying to get in. Unfortunately, I didn't make it in. Chase kind of, you know, bogarted his way up in there, but he made it. So yeah, he gave us some feedback and everything that went down with that. And then this is me. You know, you guys may have seen this video before. I'm kind of standing in front of the celebration, or excuse me, the Star Wars live stage, just kind of peeping everything out, seeing what it is, seeing what's going on. You know, this was just right after, you know, it's like, okay, I didn't get there. Let me go hunt down this Star Wars live stage. Let me see what's going on with that. So yeah, I enjoyed you know, hanging out in this stage. And that's what I was going to say. Like, if you are coming from somewhere else, you know, you're coming from out of town, and you don't get any panels, and you know, are wondering like, well, what do I do? You know, check out the Star Wars stage. Get to the Star Wars stage, get an up close personal spotlight. You can see where I'm standing right here. You know, I'm pretty close to the stage. You know, once people start packing in and, you know, the music starts playing, everybody just kind of crowds around this stage. And if you're watching that from the YouTube feed that StarWars.com did, you can see that place gets pretty packed. But right here early on, you know, hardly anybody there. So you can get right up close. You can kind of stand right there and you can see the stars right up close and personal, because guess what? Right after each panel lets out, all of the stars end up on this stage. So you can see it right here. Just after the Lucasfilm panel let loose, you know, here comes the stars of Willow, right? You know, and the writer of Willow, John Kasdan, but you got Joanna Hawley, you got Warwick Davis right there. And look how close, like I'm right here in the action. You can see the stars right up close. And, you know, they brought out a whole lot of other stars. Now, I didn't catch everybody that came to the stage, but Jon Favreau came to the stage. Dave Filoni came to the stage. You had Anakin. You had Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. They were sitting right here. Had I not moved, I would have been right there next to those guys. And sometimes that's fun in and of itself. Another thing that I do is I just kind of walk around and check out the floor and peep out all of the different things that you can buy. Like, look at this, $3,500 for a IG-88. I mean, that's crazy. But nevertheless, there's always something to see. I like just kind of peeping out, like looking at all the different toys and the different collectibles and everything like that, you know, because you can see, like, you know, if you have the money for it, you can go and check this out and purchase it. I was looking like that. Wow, old superpowers. I used to play with these joints. I wish I had still had it. $125. Man, that's something. But, you know, you see all the toys, you see all of the collectibles, and they have something for everybody. Look at this. Look at this bin that I'm like kind of picking through right here. I mean, you know, they have something for everybody. Old instruction manuals. If that's something that's important to you, it's here. You could go around and find just about anything Star Wars related at Star Wars Celebration, in addition to some other stuff. Like we said, we just saw the Flash. This was like a little still or something from the Empire Strikes Back. You know, I was trying to look for a price on it, but I didn't see it. But yeah, I was just kind of peeping out the floor, just kind of circling, making my way around, seeing if there was anything that caught my attention or my eye. You know, they got some awesome props and stuff like that. I think we're going to come up to something that I thought was pretty cool right here. Yeah, like right here, you see, you know, right behind these guys, you're gonna see a pod race. The pods, you know, there it is right there. Yeah, I just passed it. I'm gonna come back to it right here. You got the Boba pod racing the little Anakin pod, and you know, these things you can buy, purchase, or whatever. This stuff is cool. Like, I mean, as a Star Wars fan, and there's a dope little Razor Crest and a slave one. This stuff is really, really cool. If you are a Star Wars buff, if you enjoy Star Wars, man, you got to get to Celebration. Even if it's just to check this stuff out. Not just that, but you're around all of the energy that, you know, people that love Star Wars, you know, you're just surrounded by it, and it's really cool. You know, I think this was another part I was just about to I was talking about the Andor and the Willow trailers right here. Unfortunately, this particular video, for whatever reason, I just couldn't upload it. I tried. I just couldn't upload it to YouTube because, you know, that's basically what I'm discussing here. And for some reason, I still can't do it, even though I'm not anywhere near this place and I got good Wi-Fi reception. You know, couldn't do it. So, you know, I'll try again tomorrow, but like, that's the only reason 2 uploads got done, because I recorded this video and then I couldn't upload it, and I just said forget it because my battery started getting dead and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, here goes some more props right here. You got a Boba Fett. Look at that, man. Look at the attention to detail is really, really impressive, you know. And then you have like other, oh yeah, this was a Boba Fett right here, you know, or no, I'm sorry, a Mando. You got you know, all these different, you know, figurines and everything. Oh no, I'm sorry, yeah, that's Mando. You got all of these different figurines, and you know, this stuff is super pricey. I think this thing was like 600. What does that say? Yeah, I can't. 660 bucks if you wanted to purchase that. So I mean, think about it. You know, some collectors would probably be all over this type of stuff, you know. And then the details you have with these 2 C-3POs. I love this little C-3PO that I'm about to zoom in on here. This thing was made of yarn. If you look at this thing, it is made of yarn. Look how detailed these guys, they're serious about their craft. I really like this, man. I was like, man, if I could have bought this, I would have purchased it, but you know, I can't buy that stuff. But yeah, I mean, you just have all of these very cool, like, you know, just stuff to look at. It's just like, wow, man, what's this $650 for this Boba Fett? I mean, you have all of these different things that you could check out and look at. There's an Anakin Skywalker right here. You know, I had, you know, a bunch of people surrounding me, kind of bumping me out of the way. It took me a while to get that shot. And then, of course, Darth Vader right there. I think on the other side of this is Kenobi. Yep, this is Ben Kenobi right here. And so you have all of these different little props. You know, I think that one was another $660. You know, really well made. You know, again, like for me, Star Wars Celebration is just being in the presence of Star Wars, being surrounded by all of the stuff that you grew up loving when you were a kid. You just love these stories, and you love, you know, like a Darth Vader. Look at that, man. The precision detail on that thing. I think that one was $1,000. Then this Darth Maul was $1,155. I mean, just, you know, like I said, it's pretty cool. But yeah, this was just like kind of my little panoramic view of what I was looking at while I was at Celebration. And I didn't even touch like 1/10 of the floor. There's like all kinds of other stuff that I didn't even get to because it's just too much to do. I love this thing right here. This Ahsoka versus Maul kind of setup. This was really cool. This was really cool. You know, again, $595. But hey, you know, if you had the money, if I had the money and the space, man, I would be all over this type of stuff. But yeah, that'll do it, folks. That was all I had. You know, day one. Yeah, but that'll do it, folks. That's all I had, really. Day one of Celebration. I had a good time. Got to see some things. Got to see a couple of trailers. Harrison Ford, and I didn't realize this until later, but Harrison Ford made a cameo appearance up here for John Williams, you know, because they're celebrating John Williams' 90th birthday, even though he's, you know, his 90th birthday was back in February, but they were just kind of saying, hey, man turned 90. Let's celebrate that. You know, and Harrison Ford came up to, you know, and join in that. Then you had, you know, and of course, you know, the fact that John Williams is still working, you know, he played in front of a full symphony orchestra, the opening theme to Obi-Wan, you know, so that happened. And I mean, people just lost it. It was bananas. You know, I went to see the Ian McDermott panel. So, you know, I did miss out on a lot of the stuff that was going on the stage. I did go to that panel, but it was pretty cool because they actually allowed people to ask Ian McDermott questions. So they had 2 lines coming and everybody was coming up and just saying, hey, Ian, I got a question for you. And Ian answered them, you know, to, you know, as much as he could. You know, he didn't want to, you know, say too much or say the wrong thing, but, you know, that was pretty cool. But then, yeah, the rest of it, it was just, you know, enjoying the festivities of Star Wars, you know, just being there, being around the people that love Star Wars just as much as you do is always a blast. I enjoyed Celebration Chicago. I'm having a great time so far. I'll be back tomorrow with another recap just to kind of go over everything. I try to get it a little bit earlier in the day so that way it's not too late. You guys are probably going to be, hey, man, what's this alarm waking me? Oh, shoot, it's this dude, Derek Anderson, with his, hey, man, swipe, you know, probably get me up out of there. But in any case, folks, thanks for watching. I do appreciate that. I'll be back tomorrow with the day 2 recap, everything that I've seen. I'm going to definitely try to get more video throughout the day. I hope every time I try to upload something, it works this time, but I'm gonna try to get more video throughout the day so I can not have to do one big giant long recap like I had to do today. But in any case, folks, thanks for watching. See you next time.